one of the most difficult part of that transition for me was when I left my grandmother, who was showing signs of Alzheimer, and then I'm like, well, I'm not gonna be there to help her, or maybe she's getting worse because of me. I was born in Haiti, 1984, and I was with my mom, with my dad, and eventually my mom moved out of the United States, and I was left with my grandparents. At first, I was left with my grandparents on my mom's side, and then eventually my dad came and picked me up and took me to his parents, which was in the northern sides of Haiti. So I stayed with them shortly after my mom left Haiti. Between 1986 and 1987 is when I, moved to be with my paternal grandparents. And I stayed with them up until I was 13. So I went to kindergarten, I went to elementary school, all the way up to sixth grade, in Haiti, before I moved to the United States to live with my mom and my sister. I'm gonna ask you to remember when you left Haiti. I don't remember the year that you left. I think it was 1980.
1986.
Okay, so remember when you left the country without me? Do you remember how you felt around that time?
Perfectly. I can remember it was on a Sunday, Sunday evening, March 9, 1986. And I left my 1.5-year-old son, my husband, including my siblings that I've known for my entire life, and moved to Canada, which was far from Haiti.
Yeah.
And then first thing when I get to Canada, I experienced a cold that I've never experienced before in my life.
Yeah.
Then 3 days later, I gave birth to my daughter.
March.
So now I'm in a country, I don't know when I will go back to Haiti.
Yeah.
And I don't know when I will see my son and my husband, my family again. And sometimes it was the pain that I felt was really unbearable.
My dad had passed away in 1991, so that was a huge change, But because I was 6 years old when he passed, so it didn't really, I don't think it hit me as much, not until later on in life, when I realized that, the impact that the absence of my father, has in my life, then that's when it started to become like, oh wow, this is crazy. That's cow foot.
Cow foot.
Mm-hmm. And we'll cook that in Haiti, and we'll have it with white rice and vegetables. It's really good. It just takes a long time for it to cook. I didn't exactly know how to assimilate myself into this new culture. It was a culture that's completely different from what I had known. It was something that I used to see on TV, but now it's become a reality where I am now in it. Everybody around me is speaking English. Everybody around me is operating, in this American culture. So that was it. That was the challenge to basically assimilate myself. How do I basically find myself in this culture, because where I'm from, we speak Creole all the time. We eat Haitian food all the time. Everything we're doing, was in Creole, or, it was something that had to do with, with being in Haiti, but being in the United States, learning to make new friends, that was a bit challenging because most of the people at school, they spoke English. I didn't speak English. And I think that's what one of the things my mom had mentioned was, the fact that kids used to get bullied for not speaking English, or if you had an accent, even people think that you're stupid, or they think that you're slow or not smart. When in reality, it's the opposite. If you speak more than one language, that is a testament to how smart you are, because now your brain has the capability to operate in two different, So You know, given that I didn't speak English, so I wasn't able to operate, and I used to be the type that used to be very quiet. So when I'm in a place where I'm not comfortable or I, you know, don't know what's going on, I get very quiet. I stay to myself, and I'd just like to observe, you know, to see what's happening around me, and then see how I can move.